So what is a home inspection anyway? We're going to talk about home inspection so that you know what's going on in your home buying process. But if you scroll down into the description, there's actually a game plan there for you. It is the How to Buy a House game plan. Walks you through first, second, and third base of buying a home, all the way to home plate, so that your home buying experience is a complete home run. I am sorry with that terrible baseball joke. The home inspection is exactly what it sounds like. The home is going to be inspected. There will be a licensed inspector that comes through. I always have recommendations for my clients if they don't have an inspector that they already know, so don't worry about that. They're going to come through and they will look at the house from foundation all the way up to the roof, okay? Everything and anything on this house, inside and out, is going to be inspected. And you will get a report of any minor flaw, major flaw that is in the home. They will mark it as deficient in some way, and that sounds terrible. You get this report back and it has all of these things that are deficient, and you're like, oh my gosh, this house is terrible. I can't believe anyone lived here and now they're trying to sell it. It's okay. You should never, ever, ever get back a clean, everything's okay home inspection. That means the inspector didn't do their job. Even on new construction, there's going to be a loose doorknob somewhere. There's going to be a squeaky hinge, things like that. When you're buying a house, you're not going to get the inspection until after the seller and you have both agreed and signed a purchase contract. That is called the contract has been executed, which sounds terrible, but it's actually really exciting. The contract has been executed, you and the seller are in agreement, and now you're going to have the home inspected. So you'll arrange for a home inspector to come. I can help you do that. They will come, look at it from bottom to top, and they will make a list of everything that is quote-unquote wrong with the house. Like I said, you should never have a perfect home inspection. Everything from a minor cracked tile in the corner of the kitchen that no one's ever going to see to major electrical issues could be on that report. As a matter of fact, the house that I'm sitting in now is our first house. I love this house. When we bought this house, that inspection came back, and I'm a fairly thorough person. I went through the entire inspection report with a highlighter. That inspection report said fire hazard like all over it. That's not a normal inspection report. But what we did was, the agent we were working with, I wasn't in real estate at the time, the agent we were working with, he helped us negotiate for the seller to replace all of the things that were fire hazards, because we were obviously not moving our family into a home that was going to burn down around us. So we were able to use that inspection report to negotiate repairs. We also needed a new roof on the house because, like I said, they inspect from foundation all the way up to the roof. First of all, our inspection report that had fire hazard all over it, that's not normal. But even if it does say fire hazard all over it, you can work with the seller to fix those issues or not buy the house. That's going to be, you know, when you get the inspection done in the option period, that's your prerogative. And that's what happened before. The home had actually been under contract with other buyers. They saw the inspection and they walked away. And so for us, that worked out because we bought the perfect house for us. That's what the inspection is. The goal of the inspection is to protect you as a buyer. A lot of times in this process, you see the house once and you make an offer. Okay, that's not a lot of time to spend in a home that you're potentially going to live in for the next 15 to 30 years. So the inspection process is there to protect you, to let you know from foundation all the way up to the roof what's going on in the home, what you can anticipate moving in, if you're still willing to buy the home, repairs that may need to be made down the road, things like that. So a couple of things to know again about an inspection is, one, don't expect a perfect inspection. There will never be a perfect inspection. I was at an inspection for a client. A lot of times I'll go, if my clients are working, I'll go to the inspection for them. I went to the inspection and the inspector had said that it was a beautiful inspection and there were still things on that report. Okay, there's always going to be something on the report. That's okay. When you get the inspection, there's a couple of things that you can do. A lot of times, so they'll email you and you'll have a printout, 12 to 30 pages depending on this inspection. And what all they need to write up in there. A lot of times I recommend reading it and waiting 12 to 24 hours and thinking about it, because you're going to get it and you're going to see all these things that are marked deficient. And just remember that, like, a loose light bulb or a light bulb that's out is going to be marked deficient, and that's not a reason to not buy a house, usually. You get to decide, but I'm going to say that's usually not a reason not to buy a house is a light bulb's out, okay? So it's gonna look like all these things are wrong with this house that you fell in love with. So 12 to 24 hours, you're gonna read it, I'm gonna read it, and we're gonna wait. And then we're gonna look at what are the priorities. Are there safety issues that have to be addressed or you can't buy the house? Are there cosmetic issues that you would like to be addressed, but if you can't get the seller to agree to it, like let's say one of the drawers in the kitchen doesn't work. Do you want to blow up a deal over the drawer not working? Do you want to try and get the seller to fix it? Or do you want to just go forth with this purchase of this beautiful home anyway? So you get to have some say and some thought. You're not stuck with this house that it has all this deficiency all around it. But it's really just a chance for you to look at what's a major thing, what's a minor thing, what can we negotiate with the seller to fix. Are there reasons in this inspection report that you need to walk away? The inspection is there to protect you. The inspection is there to protect you. So the next thing that you should do is scroll down to the bottom. All my contact information is there, and there's a game plan there that will help you buy a house. The how to buy a house game plan, and we'll walk you through first, second, third base all the way to home so that your home buying experience is a grand slam. I hope you have an amazing day.